welcome to my kitchen again. Today I'm going to cook for you leek and potato soup. The ingredients you need for that are some milk, a couple of leeks, some potatoes, an onion, a stock cube and a bit of oil. Oh, I almost forgot a little bit of butter as well for flavour. One. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is peel all of my potatoes. Now try to just peel all the way around the potatoes. Remember not to do it towards your hand, but to aim towards the chopping board. Okay, so I've now peeled my potatoes, put my peelings in the waste bowl, and now I'm going to start cutting them into dice. I'm going to use the bridge and place my knife through the centre and cut towards the chopping board. I'm going to do that with all of my pieces of potato. Now I've got a flat base to make it safer to work. I'm going to slice, using the bridge again, into the potato about 3 times. You can use your judgment on the size of your potato of how small you need to make them. Then I'm going to transfer to the claw. And I'm going to cut about 1 centimetre cube slices of potato. Okay, so I've diced up all of my potato. Okay, so now take your leeks, top and tail them. Topped and tailed them, cut them again into manageable size pieces. Use your bridge and again slice them in half so you've got a flat surface for safety. Using the claw, slice 1 centimetre slices all the way along your bits of leek. Okay, so I've cut up my potatoes and my leeks. The last thing I need to do is my onion. So again, keep the root because that holds it all together. And you're just going to peel off that skin. Then cut off your tip. I'm going to just slice, using the claw grip, into the onion, leaving about 1 centimetre at the end to hold the whole of the onion. Oops. Slight fault, to get it, so hold it together a little bit like fingers. And then using the claw grip, dice your onion slowly so you don't cut your fingers, about 1 centimetre dice. Okay, so into your saucepan add about a teaspoon, slightly more, of butter and a little dash of oil. Now the oil is there to stop the butter burning. Okay, as soon as your butter has melted, you can start adding your vegetables, a little bit at a time. Now can you hear the sizzle? If it's sizzling too much, you think it's going to burn, turn it down. Get all of the vegetables into your saucepan and you're going to cook them in here, stirring constantly for about 4 minutes. So I've been stirring my veg constantly for about 3 minutes. Now I'm going to just add my salt and pepper to season. So a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of salt, give it another stir through. Okay, so I'm going to make a cartouche to put over my pan so I can steam my vegetables. So you get a piece of greaseproof paper, you fold it in half, into a triangle, and into another triangle. And then you try and find the centre of the pan, and then you cut off with a pair of scissors to make yourself a circle of greaseproof paper to put into the tin. into the saucepan. Right, with your cartouche, you place it over your vegetables nice and tightly around the edge. So you try not to lose any of the moisture from your vegetables, and you place on the lid. Okay, so now I've got a stock cube. You can use a vegetable one or a light chicken one, and I'm going to crumble this into my jug. To my crumbled up stock cube, I'm going to add 800 millilitres of boiling water from the kettle. Okay, stir your stock to make sure that it is dissolved. And then add yourself some whole milk, if you've got whole milk, to make it up to a litre. Once your soup has been cooking for 10 minutes, you can take off the lids, remove your cartouche, give it another stir. Now you don't want any colour on it, you just want it to be white still. And at this point then, you can add your liquid. Whoops. I'm messy. Oh my word, it's going everywhere. Okay, try not to spill it all over your cookers at home. Do it really carefully. Give it another stir, replace your lid and cook it for another 15 minutes. Okay, so when it is cooked for about 15 minutes, you can test one of the bits of potato with a spoon to make sure that it's cooked, and then leave it to cool for a little bit, and then you could use a stick blender to blend it. What I'm going to do now, whilst that is cooling down a little bit, I'm going to make some croutons. So get some stale bread, maybe 2 pieces, and then just slice it up into little squares. Okay, like this. Okay. So again, I've got a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter in a frying pan to lightly toast off my croutons. So now I'm going to put some of my bits of bread into my pan now that it has actually heated up. I'm going to stir those around. And try to toast them off a little bit. I'm toasting these until they go slightly brown. Now as you can see on this piece, it's started to go a little bit brown. Turn down the heat because it's getting a little bit too hot. Whoops, lost a couple. So now I'm going to put these into the oven to brown off and go a little bit more toasty. So when you've left your soup to cool a little bit, you're going to use a stick blender and you're going to get rid of some of the little lumps and make your mixture smoother. So I've blended my mixture. There's still some lumps in it. I'm not making it completely smooth so that it's actually got some bite to it when you eat your soup. Obviously, if you like your soup all lumpy, you can leave it like that. Right then, so use a ladle to serve. So get yourself a nice bowl and pour it into your bowl. And then pop a couple of croutons that you've made and now really lovely and crispy in the middle, and that's it finished. Now this is why I like cooking. Absolutely smells delicious.